Hello, my name is Sarah, and today I show you my 10 cards from the Love from Lizi August 2019 card kit. But first, I want to say a big thank you to all of your lovely comments onto Lizi's channel, and I really love to read all your comments. And so, thank you. Okay, for card number 1, I die cut out this die from the kit from some special designer paper, and I embossed a sentiment from my stash, ein stiller Gruß, that means a silent greeting. It is for a sympathy card. And here you see me glue down this panel onto my card base. Then I used this die with some special cardstock from the kit and cut away the sentiment from this die. Also only used this frame and glued it down with some liquid glue. And here I used some of the add-on peel-off sticker. Those are from the add-on set. I link all down below in my description box, so you can easily find the products you like if they are available. And this is the finished card. For card number 2, I stamped and embossed this sentiment from the add-on stamp set. This happy birthday and the star. And I used the embossing powder from the kit. And I stamped this onto a panel from some specialty cardstock. This satin cardstock, and I glued down the panel onto my card base. Then I used a stripe from this patterned paper, glued it onto my panel, and I also used these sticker lines from the add-on set and 2 of the bottoms from the kit. And a Nuvo drop. And this is the finished card. For the third card, I also stamped this happy birthday sentiment from the add-on stamp set and embossed it with some copper embossing powder from Lizi. I stamped it on some specialty cardstock from the kit. Here you see the shine. And then I used some of the pattern paper and from the washi tape, and I glued the washi tape onto a strip of white paper from my stash. And then I used this peel-off sticker from the add-on. And then I glued down my panel onto a card base. And I also glued down this sentiment panel with some liquid glue. And here I used this special clip and glued it down. And this is the finished card. For card number 4, I stamped this congratulations stamp onto some specialty designer paper. This is for a wedding card. And then I used this heart stamps from the kit. These heart gem stamps, and embossed it with some embossing powder from the kit. Then I fussy cutted the hearts out with some scissors. And here I use this pen from the kit to write myself Mr. and Mrs. This embossing pen. And then I use this embossing powder from the kit and embossed it. Then I glue down a frame that I cut out from some specialty cardstock from the kit. And I glued my panel down onto my card base. And then with some foam adhesive, I glued down this Mr. and Mrs. And with the glue pen from the kit, I glued down some sequins from the kit. And then I decide to color these hearts a little bit with some distress inks. And this is the finished card. For card number 5, I used this tag from the kit and I cut away this string. And here I use this glue pen and write myself a sentiment onto this tag. Then I let it dry, and I use this die-cutted heart from the kit. I die-cut this heart myself and use this glue and let it dry. And then I glue down a panel onto my card base. And I also glued on my tag this little bow with my glue gun. And here I use this foil thing. I don't know how to how this called, but yeah, these foiling things from the kit. And they stick onto this glue because the glue dries and leave a stickiness like a sticky note. And I also use these Gildan flakes, onto my sentiment. And here you see the magic. Hello, baby. And then I used some of the other washi tape from the kit to decorate my tag. Then I glued down my heart onto the tag, and I glued the tag down with some double-sided foam adhesive. And then I used this enamel heart. And the bottom. And this is the finished card. For card number 6, I also used the tag from the kit, and I stamped the word perfect. And then I used this Nouveau pen from the kit and embossed the sentiment baby. Then I stamped a diamond onto this shiny special cardstock from the kit. Fussy cut it out. And here I used some distress ink to give my tag a little bit of color. And then I glued a card panel onto my card base from some designer paper from the kit, and I do also the tag with some double-sided foam adhesive onto my card. And with some liquid glue I glued down this string from the tag. These 3 hearts are also die cutted with a die from the kit. And I finished the card with some Nouveau drops from the kit. And this is the finished card. For card number 7, I used some of the peel-off sticker from the kit directly on my card base. I also used this leftover pattern paper piece. Try to make it straight. I also used this bubble sticker from the sticker add-on from this month's kit. And then I stamped the sentiment "You're priceless", because this is a thank you card. I used copper embossing powder from Lizi for my layering. And then I stamped and embossed these 3 diamonds from the stamp set from the kit. And I embossed it with the powder from the kit. I fussy cut all 3 out, and then I glued down my sentiment. And with some distress inks I colored these diamonds or gems. I used the specialty cardstock from the kit, this satin shimmery white cardstock, and I tried to use less water that I usually would use. And here I used the peel-off sticker from the add-on sticker set. The sway ones. And with some double-sided foam adhesive I glued down my gems onto the card. And this is the finished card. For card number 8, I use this frame piece from the kit and stamp the sentiment from my stash. The sentiment means werd schnell gesund. That means get well soon. And here I fill in my shaker piece that I've made from this frame. Glue down my sentiment. And onto the card base I get some liquid glue and glue down my pattern paper. And I cut away the excess. Then I glue down my shaker piece onto my card. Then I die cut this heart 2 times from some different specialty papers and glue that together. And used it to embellish my card. And I also use these Nuvo drops. This is the finished card. For card number 9, I stamped this sentiment Shine Bright onto a panel from some specialty cardstock. These rose shimmer cardstock. I also stamped directly on this panel these diamond. Then I glued down a stripe from some leftover pattern paper. Always try to use some of the leftover papers onto my card series, so you get some ideas maybe to use them. Then I colored in with Copic markers. Try to get a soft colored look. And then I used some clear Nuvo drops to give this diamond a little bit of shine. Then I use my glue pen again and glue down some of the sequins. And this is the finished card. For card number 10, I stamped down this heart diamond and with some Copic markers I colored it in. I didn't do any shading this time, only plain coloring with some different colors. Then I get some liquid glue onto my card base because I want to use some of the leftover pattern paper stripes. And then I glue them down onto my card. I didn't do any measuring or something here. I only get these stripes down onto my card and then I cut away the excess paper. Then I glue down these leftover hearts. I used the original die onto my baby card, and these are the hearts that fall out from this die. And I also use this smile die. I die cut it 2 times from some different specialty cardstocks and glue them together and then onto my card. And with some foam adhesive I glue down this heart, and this is the finished card. And this month I have to do a bonus card because I really like this pattern paper from this month's kit, and I didn't want to waste something of this paper, and I try to use these leftover stripes, glue them onto some copy paper, then I die cut out a panel. I glued this panel onto my card base, and then I use this die from the kit, and this is the finished bonus card. Now you can see all these cards again, and I really like to know which one is your favorite card. I really like this month's papers. I really like this sheen and sparkle, and yeah, I'm totally a girl in that, and I really like it, and it's really elegant, I think. And I also like these glue pen and the embossing pen. I think this is a really good thing to have in my stash. Unfortunately, this kit is sold out. I think there were 10 hours and then it was sold out this month. So if you like to have the kit in the future, you may try to subscribe, because it's totally worth it, and I really can recommend this kit. I was a subscriber before I was in the design team, and so I know what I say. For those that didn't know, I'm from Switzerland, and so if my English isn't that perfect, or I didn't find the word sometimes, I'm so sorry, but my mother language is German, and yeah. Here are the products I additionally used. There are most of them from Lizi. I really like her embossing powders. And I have links down below into the description box for those products if you're interested. I used Versamark, StazOn and Memento ink for my stamping, and to coloring I used these distress inks. These are the Copic colors I used, and these are the stamp sets from my stash with the German sentiments. And here are my leftovers I have from these I didn't find the word again. Gilden flakes, yes. And from the embellishments I have this Platinum Tiara embossing powder. I have this clear marker pen, this embossing pen, and a glue pen from the washi tape. I have these peel-off stickers. These are the specialty cardstock. And I have 6 full sheets from the pattern paper. Also have these Nuvo drops, the dies, and the stamp set. I really hope you like this video and give it a thumbs up, and we see us next time. Bye!